Veins do not look very good for me, and you're going to need to make certain you look at other specimens. Because I can't see renals, I can't see gonadals. But I can show you iliolumbars. See those right there? Iliolumbars, and the posterior vena cava is formed from the union of these two huge veins, which are common iliac veins. Okay? Up here. Anterior vena cava, formed from the union of two brachiocephalic arteries. Each brachiocephalic is formed from the union of a subclavian subclavian. It's been a long day. Brachiocephalic veins. This is subclavian vein. This is external jugular vein. We do not yet see an internal jugular vein, so you're going to have to make sure you see it on one of the other lab sections. See how your external jugular vein is going to come up and be very superficial? At this point, see this part that's going across where the hyoid is? That is your transverse facial vein. Once you see that transverse facial vein, there is no more external jugular. This is external jugular. That is external jugular. But once you see transverse facial, this is now anterior facial and posterior facial. Okay? Branches off your dorsal aortic arch are two. This is branch number 1, which is brachiocephalic artery. This is branch number 2, which is left subclavian artery. Now, I'm going to disconnect you to show you the trifurcation of the brachiocephalic. Everybody see that? 1, 2, 3. The one that's going off towards the right, upper extremity, that's right subclavian. The middle one is right common carotid. And this one that's most to the left is left common carotid. Left subclavian is branch number 2. It comes off all on its own. Okay? Last, but certainly not least, branches off the dorsal aorta. Now, superior mesenteric vein, running with it, a nice superior mesenteric artery. Superior mesenteric artery is branch number 2 off the dorsal aorta, but we use it to find the first branch. What we're going to do is trace this down. Now again, you've got, because you did not clean up a lot of fat here, I cannot probably show you your dorsal aorta per se, but I can show you the 2 branches, which is better than nothing. Right, underneath that fat is where your dorsal aorta is. See this branch number 1? Can you see that branch number 2? Branch number 1 is celiac trunk. Branch number 2, superior mesenteric artery. Branch number 3 is going to go to your kidney, and that's going to be renal, and your renal is right there. See that right there? That's your renal artery. We will also have gonadal arteries, and there is your gonadal.
It is tiny.
They are tiny. But see how it's going all the way to the ovary? You can really see it. It's one of the bigger ones I've actually seen. Gonadal artery. Then we have inferior mesenteric. And you can see this coming up all the way to the colon. See that? Iliolumbar artery runs with the iliolumbar vein. And we will terminate the dorsal aorta right there by bifurcating into 2 external iliacs, and the 2 internal iliacs are inside. Questions?